Do you have any ideas on what the questions should be when you ask people for qualitative data or when you're on surveys, especially that sometimes they don't do what they say they're going to do? So the stage.
Yeah, no, that's a great question because people can be misleading when you ask them about something related to your product, and I can include website as a company website as a digital product. What I focus on when it comes to getting this data and having these customer interviews is that I try to focus on what is happening around them when they're performing a particular action. So let's keep the example on this website sign up.
Yeah.
When a user comes to a website, I try to ask questions that specifically drives that, okay, what prompted you in the first place to visit our company website? What were you doing at the time? What were you thinking about and this may sound a little bit personal, what emotional state were you in when you made this decision to come to our company website? It's a lot of things that is focused on the individual, the person, not necessarily the action that they're taking. That informs me of what state of mind this person is when they actually took the action on our website. I also ask more so things that relates to, have you ever done this before with a similar company? Maybe an alternative or slash competitor. What was the experience like when you were there? And then the one question I always ask, like maybe at the very end, whether it's a survey or whether it's a interview, is like, okay, if there was one change you can make to your entire experience, don't focus on just this into the website or to a product, into its entire experience, because you got to think about it from a holistic perspective, the customer experience. What would be that one change and why? These are some things that I focus on. If you kind of picked up my drift, is that I don't really focus on necessarily their interaction with the product, or in this case, the website. I focus on everything that's happening around them that hopefully led to their decision, led to their action that they're actually taking.
That reminds me of a section in Hacking Growth, where Sean Ellis, probably heard of him before. He's the godfather of growth marketing, as we like to call him. I'm a big fan. But when it comes to product market fit as well, that's a good question to ask if you want to know if people really need your product or not. So one question is to ask people, how would you feel if our product died tomorrow or didn't exist anymore? So how would you feel about that? And then you would give them options like to say or to answer with very disappointed, slightly disappointed, neutral, or I don't care. So, and if they answer with, if you get 40% of the answers that say very disappointed, then this is when you know that you have a product market fit. Now, maybe some of you are asking, what if I'm just launching the product? People don't know about it. You can try a competitor's product, ask about them, or just about the solution that your product will be help solving. So that's a pretty good one. And another use case that just came to mind as well is a really funny one, but also was so eye-opening for me when I first read about it. You probably know about the website BitTorrent. Yeah. So it's you probably know about it. But anyway, they launched their mobile app, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something, and they were solely focusing on acquisition. And when they were doing that, they were just like, okay, let's get in more free users or users who are using the free version of the mobile app. Let's get more people to download and install. And at some point, they hired a new growth lead. And she came in and she was thinking, okay, how do we get to monetize this? How do we move them from acquisition to activation and revenue? Or what do we do? And this is when they tried to ask them. So, and they just simply asked their customers, why are you not, or why haven't you upgraded to the premium version yet? Anybody, can anybody guess what their answer was? 100%. The thing was that was there a premium version? Sometimes it's as exactly. So sometimes it's as simple as just highlighting the fact that here you go. If you want that option, it's available. So that's one of the most like impactful things that always reminds me of how important qualitative data is and how important just getting to the bottom of your user behavior is. So
yeah,
I really like that use case.
As I mentioned earlier, this intuition and data piece, like data is often incomplete, or even worse, can be manipulated for different interpretations. So the one thing that one of the top skills that I think growth marketers should have is this customer development and validation. Whether you are an early stage company or whether you are a unicorn, like the skill of being able to consistently question your own assumptions and go out there and ask customers. You have 1 million customers. You have a sea opportunity to learn more about your product and your business just by asking them. And if they truly love you, your product and your company, a lot of them will respond. So when you brought this case up, it's like, okay, you focused purely on one area, which was good, but now we need to focus on monetization. And then that leads you to this discovery, which probably impacted their entire monetization model.
100%.